Hello and welcome to another update on Tesla. The Tesla chart is currently still in an active uptrend here from the April low, like many other charts as well. It is a chart that has rallied quite nicely. However, in 3 waves only, we could form one more high. That is what I am tracking as potential 5-wave pattern from the low. This is obviously, first of all, not guaranteed. It's also a bit questionable. Tesla doesn't like to move in 5 waves, okay? So I'm tracking this as a potential. This is one of the scenarios I'm tracking. However, to keep this potential alive, the price should show a reaction before it breaks below $269.77. So the most immediately bullish scenario on the Tesla chart is this. After a larger degree B wave low formed in April, which could mark a substantial low here in this support area, the market rallied obviously only in 3 waves. So we have this as wave 1 in this white scenario. So the whole thing needs to be a diagonal pattern, because if the wave 1 is in 3 waves, the entire 5-wave move is a diagonal. Then we have a wave 2 pullback, and then an A, B, C structure to the upside here in this third wave. So A, B, C in the third wave. It's possible this third wave is now in, and I'm gonna zoom in a minute, and then we can get a 4th wave and a 5th wave. Again, for that 4th wave, it needs to hold $269. That's already deep, but typically my limit is usually the B wave low in the third wave and the golden ratio level of the third wave, and that's both of these are at $269. So that would be my main support. Yeah. I do not necessarily, I'm not necessarily really fully expecting the 5 waves up, because my view is, if you watched my NASDAQ updates, if the NASDAQ starts to correct, for example, it's probably not going to form a 4-5 pattern. The NASDAQ could form something like that, A, B, C. So we might see a deeper pullback. We'll see. But then we have to keep in mind that in diagonal patterns, the fourth waves can be deep. So what is just important to understand, has actually a corrective begun. And then in the short term, we're going to watch for lower prices. But we need to be aware of these Fibonacci levels. I mean, to be fair, the 23.6 Fib level here is probably too weak anyway, so we can remove it. So this would be the area of interest, yeah, between $269.77 and $303.56. Now, if we break below it, it will become more probable that a more substantial top has already formed in the B wave. And in that scenario, then we could move down in a much, much larger correction that could send the price to round about $121, where a larger degree 4th wave correction could complete. For context, this would be the correction that, in my opinion, has already finished in January 2023. So current thesis is, looking at the bigger picture, that a larger degree 4th wave bottomed in December 22, January 23, and we're moving up in this large diagonal pattern, yeah, in the white scenario. But I would not rely on the development of 5 waves. As we talked about before, we don't need 5 waves necessarily, yeah, on the Tesla chart, because this whole thing is a diagonal pattern. So we're dealing with corrective subwaves and much more. So that leaves us with the relevant focus on support levels. So as you can see, the market is broken below upper micro support, 348. That means the larger 4th has probably begun. I'd like to see further evidence for that, for example, through a break below $331.30, this swing low from the 21st of May, and then the focus can really shift to this support area, which we just talked about. And this is what I'm going to track. I mean, to really keep this downtrend now alive, the market should hold probably below this 363.50 level. We have started some kind of a decline. It doesn't yet look like 5 waves down, but next week we should get some clarity. So I think for now, the focus is on lower in the short term. And the next support level is that swing low here from the 21st of May, round about, yeah, $331.50. That's the update on Tesla. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in additional updates on Tesla, but also the S&P 500 on a daily basis, video updates, the NASDAQ on a daily basis, video updates, gold and silver charts, daily updates, written updates, and many more stocks updates, check out our stocks membership. You'll find the link in the description. I've also linked it in the comment section. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.